Alrighty, round two against Mr. Draft Silver, Weekend Warrior player extraordinaire. I think he got first place on both of the Weekend Warrior leaderboards last week, which was super impressive actually, because it was, what was it? I don't remember. I think it was 20 card constructor or something like that. Who knows? I didn't play it very much last week. So this hand's pretty straightforward. I'm probably just gonna play Stormweaver and one of the removal spells in my hand. Probably Bitterfrost Totem. Bitterfrost Totem goes from 4 to 8, so it doubles in effectiveness. Bloodbindings also doubles in effectiveness, but it's only from 3 to 6, so it's not, and it's more situational, so I don't like it nearly as much. Though, Bitterfrost Totem does get better without leveling it because it goes from 4 to 6, which is kind of like having two level 2 Bloodbindings if I play the Bloodbindings instead. But giving a creature -4/-4 works much better than -3/-3 in this because it actually just kills the Scourge Hydra instead of wounding it. Actually, probably would rather have a Froststrider Strike than anything else. So we're just gonna level it and have a 7-point Froststrider Strike is huge. It's a 14-point damage swing if you kill a creature and then attack them, which is super nice. It's much more board impacting than a Bitterfrost Totem because Bitterfrost Totem only affects one lane, but Froststrider Strike can affect 2. So he's playing at least Necrium, which is good for me. I like when my opponents play Necrium. So probably gonna jam a Necroamoeba. They have a very hard time dealing with that card, except for my hand's just not very good, right? So it's probably gonna be Necroamoeba and maybe Lava Fused Aesir, or maybe like Zombie Infantry. If he plays new Terra card, I'll probably just play the Herald of Destruction so that he can't just cheese me with Stinging Invocation. It all just really depends on what he's playing here. I kind of wish he'd hurry up a little because I'm running out of things to say. And I could talk about why I'm not playing Zombie Infantry. It's a decent creature, but it doesn't scale nearly as well as Necroamoeba or Lava Fused Aesir, so he's playing the same format I am. So I have a couple options here. Ebon Skull Knight dies in 2 turns, so I could Bitterfrost Totem it to kill it and ping the Razortooth Stalker, but I can't block the Razortooth Stalker, so maybe I just Bitterfrost Totem the Razortooth Stalker, make it an 0/1 so it can't damage me unless he pumps another card into it. Let the Ebon Skull Knight die on its own. Actually, I can kill it, right? Because I can just Stormweaver it and then Bitterfrost Totem it and then play Necroamoeba. I actually kind of like that play. It does put me with 2 leveled spells in my deck, so I probably need to prioritize creatures a little more. Do I ignore the Ebon Skull Knight? If I ignore the Ebon Skull Knight, it does a bunch of damage to me. Is there anything small I can just throw in front of it? I think Necroamoeba is probably my smallest threat, honestly. Since I can't pump Necroamoeba, maybe I just throw the Necroamoeba in front of it. I don't want to take a bunch of damage. This is what... So he ranks up this turn, then does 8 to me. Then does 8 on my turn, then does 8 on his turn. That's 24 damage for... I'm not going to take 24 damage just so I can have a Necroamoeba on the board. It's not worth it. Though it's kind of ironic I drew Fellwalker, which is probably a better blocker for it. Because Necroamoeba is pretty sturdy. It's 3 regen. Pretty hard to die. But the real power of Necroamoeba is it's rank 3. 7/11 makes 3/3s when you hit it. That's a lot better than its rank 1, which only just makes 1/1s. It's got a Thranic Ambusher. Super annoying. Can't really do anything about that right now. Oh man, he takes the Xerox? That sucks. Oh man. That's... Whew. Okay, so what are we doing here? Probably playing Aether-Tap Shaman... So he's the aggro right now, so I need to be the control. I've got Necroamoeba and leveled removal spells in my deck, so as long as I just don't take damage, and he doesn't draw Ebon Skull Knights on important turns, I think I can just outgrind him, right? So let's just play defensively for right now. It does play into his removal spells if he has any, but it forces him to use them to maintain tempo, which is what I would like for him to do. Instead of, me playing my creatures in off lanes aggressively and him using the removal spells on that anyway and getting in damage. At least this way he uses the spells and doesn't get through damage. What do I level here? Maybe Fireman Steed, actually. This might be the game for Fireman Steed. if he's trying to go very aggressive with Thranicum Butchers, Hydras, he's got 2 Hydras now. It might just be better for me to play Fireman Steed and stuff like that instead of, that was just annoying, instead of trying to go super ham with my nonsense. So let's play the Fireman Steed and the Zix. Actually, Zix isn't that great, but if I draw Frostshredder Strike, I can do a lot of damage to him, and I've got 2 Frostshredder Strikes in my deck and one's leveled, so that might actually be pretty good for me. Didn't draw it, probably just playing my level 2 creatures. Hopefully he doesn't also have 2 level 2 creatures. If he does, I'd be in some trouble, especially if he goes like Ebon Skull Knight into Thranik Ambusher or Scourge Hydra. That's like a lot of damage. And I don't really have the tools to deal with that right now. But I do have a leveled Bitterfrost Totem and a leveled Frostshredder Strike, so I can try to deal with it while I stall for my Frostmane or Firemane Steed. Firemane Steed's really hard for him to deal with. It's really hard for any deck to deal with. It's just very hard to get there. Okay, so we just go to combat. So he's throwing away a Steam Sentinel. It's kind of annoying because now I have to. I could kill the Steam Sentinel, or I could deal 4 damage to the Hydra. Killing a Steam Sentinel prevents him from playing level 1 stuff. That's not even that great. I could just take 11, or I could deal 4 damage to it to put it at 4 minus, that's what, 8? 7? I don't even know how to count. Yeah, it's 7. So 7 plus this is 3, that would put it down to 4. So I could block with any level 1 creature. Is that better than just putting it down to 8 with the 3 damage from Windweaver? Yeah, it's probably just better. This way I actually even force him to play a creature in front of Stormweaver. And of course kill his 2 level 1 creatures that I can't deal with yet. There's that level 2 Zix that's not very good. This actually might be a really good turn for Blizzard Shaman. Like if I put Blizzard Shaman in front of Steam Sentinel, and then it's a really strange place to put Razortooth Stalker. Let's go ahead and play. I could Stormweaver the Razortooth Stalker, go to combat, and then play Blizzard Shaman in front of Steam Sentinel, hope to move the Web Watcher in front of the Hydra, or the anything in front of the Hydra, really. And then maybe play Zix in the place it doesn't go. Moving in front of the Thranik Ambusher also wouldn't be that bad. But I definitely don't want them to go in front of the Steam Sentinel, because that doesn't do a whole lot for me. So 8 there. I could play Bitterfrost Totem in front of the Ambusher, or I could just play Zix. I'd probably play Zix to have a level 3 Zix in my deck. And there's the Necromoeba, which is not that great because he has a billion 11 power creatures in his deck. But if you play something smaller than a Thranik Ambusher or a Scourge Hydra, I've got his number. Like, I think Blightskull only has, what, 8 power? Yeah, so we're good on that mark. Pumps the Scourge Hydra, that's super annoying. Does give me a chance to play Xerox. That's kind of weird. How many things are dying this turn? It's just 2, right? Or 3 things dying? Oh, yeah. Okay, I can't count. So let's... This kind of sucks. I guess I just throw 2 creatures away. I would play a level 1 Xerox and a level 2 Necromoeba to kill his 11 power creatures, then hope the Oozling spawns in front of the Steam Sentinel. That's really my only play here. I could it didn't even. So I need to kill this Steam Sentinel before he draws something stupid. So I'm probably going to play Bitterfrost Totem on the Steam Sentinel, and then Firemane Steed, and hope he whiffs on some leveled creatures this turn. Not too likely, since he just played Nagaroth Boozer and a Rite of the Grimgaunt, which are both level 1 cards. But, I mean, I can hope, right? This game gets much harder if he just has level 2 cards, so if he has level 1 cards, it's a little easier for me. Can't really do anything except for try to kill his Steam Sentinel. This is what, -8, -8? So, I mean, I don't foresee 2 things dying this turn. Glacius, when he ranks up, that's cute. So he's shattering my Oozling. Okay, so he actually did just have a bunch of level 1 cards, which is fortuitous. So we're going to kill his Steam Sentinel because I don't want to have to deal with this nonsense right at the Grimcon Steam Sentinel coming to life. And I'll play Fireman Steed in front of the Catacomb Spider, right? Oh, this only works on level 1 creatures, so my Oozling didn't get Defender. Actually, I could just put it in front of in front of Glacius, so it does less damage to me, then move it in front of the Catacomb Spider, or have more, like, if I put Fireman Steed in the middle lane, I can reach every single lane. So if I put it here, I can only reach these 3 lanes. Because I'm assuming he's not going to play a removal spell to kill a 6/9. Especially when he's going to rank 3, you could just play like a billion 17 power creatures because he's a level 2, a level 3 Scourge-Hydra, and a level 3 Thranik Ambusher. So he probably gives the Scourge-Hydra regen. This is 12, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to kill this because I can't really deal with it. And we're going to play the Aether-Tap Shaman here so we can move the Fireman's Deed in front of the Scourge-Hydra. So I traded a level 3 card for a level 3 card. That's not the worst. And then when this Fireman's Deed dies, I can just play my Necromoeba in front of it. In front of the Scourge-Hydra. And start making 5/5 creatures with the regen 3 Necromoeba. So here's the Demon Web Watcher. Let's see where the Oozling ends up. Okay, it didn't end up anywhere important. So I could put the Web Watcher in front of Thranik Ambusher and it just dies. Or I can try to make an aggressive threat. I don't foresee being aggressive the way I win this game. I think the way I win this game is just playing Firemane Steed and Necromoeba and stuff like that. Just like being as defensive as possible and using my removal spells. Because I haven't seen like really any removal spells from him. So I think as long as I play a slow, careful game, I can eventually overwhelm him like in ranks 5 or 6 or something like that. Though it is a kind of careful dance because his power is mostly reliant on Thranik Ambusher and Scourge-Hydra, which are gigantic creatures. Okay, so this Frustrator Strike's probably getting played this turn. Like Frustrator striking the Thranik Ambusher and pumping the Necromoeba, that kills 2 creatures. This is 7 damage, right? 7 plus 5 is 12. So I could actually play like a bunch of things this turn. Like I could play Frustrator Strike on Thranik Ambusher pumping the Necromoeba. And then Bitterfrost the Scourge-Hydra? No, that's probably not good. I think what I do is Frustrator Strike the Ambusher, pump the Necromoeba, see where the Oozling goes, and then maybe play Blizzard Shaman. Oozling is in the center lane. So I'm going to play Blizzard Shaman in front of the Phantasm and hope one of my creatures goes in front of the Hydra, which is pretty likely. Yeah, but not likely enough. Okay, there's the level 3 Stormweaver. That's super nice. And the level 3 Zix. Zix is actually not that great. That's pretty much what I thought, but it's still worth playing because I can get a a really cool finisher if I get the Frustrator Strike 3 plus 6. I don't think I really care about Catacomb Spider. So I'm going to tank the damage with Zix and then play Stormweaver in this side lane. I could actually play Xerox here. But it's not that great, right? Because it's only going to have 11 power and Stormweaver's at 1620, which forces him to deal with it. It's bigger than like all of his threats. He can't block it with a 1717. And I can start playing Shatterbolt or Bitterfrost Totem this turn, in addition to my level 3 guy. So this does 4 damage. 2, 3, 4. Just have to remind myself. Still haven't seen any removal spells from him, which is kind of worrisome. I'm at 34, so I have to be a little careful, but I'm feeling pretty confident about this game. Like, I'm on the back foot, but if I just draw these 1620s I have in my deck, along with the Bitterfrost Totems, it's looking pretty good for me. So I can kill the Scourge-Hydra, then kill the Ebon Skull Knight. So Scourge-Hydra down. Shatterbolt does not do enough damage. This is 6, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and kill that with 6. Play Aether Tap Shaman to kill a Catacomb Spider. So all his creatures are dead, and I have a Stormweaver on the board and an Aether Tap Shaman. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, Planetary Reader is not doing a whole lot there. So Plunder Imp gets to see one of these level 1 creatures. Doesn't really matter that much. I'm probably gonna Blizzard Shaman away the creature, because it puts another creature on the board, which is better than playing a Frost Shatter Strike. And then block it with the Demon Web Watcher. Pushes through damage, it gives me a little more board control than playing a Frost Shatter Strike. So this way I net a 10-1 instead of just plus however much damage Frost Shatter Strike is. I rarely play the rank 3 version. It usually just kills them. I think it's 11, yeah. And I haven't seen Shatterbolt from him, so I have no reason to protect my life total down to like 20-ish. I'm at 26, and I still feel super comfortable about that. Okay, so I'm Bitterfrost Toading the Blightskull Phantasm, like 100% here. That's 2 cards. And then I play the Firemane Steed in the mid lane for total coverage. Get in 10 with the Blizzard Shaman. This just smooth, calculated game. My antivirus wants me to fix and protect. Okay, kind of a whiff on this hand, but it's not that bad since it's the end of rank 4, and I haven't been too impressed. He probably has like a Scourge Hydra and a Theranic Ambusher, but those cards don't match up very well against Firemane Steed. I can actually Frostmatter strike this Theranic Ambusher and then pump my Firemane Steed to kill whatever his next creature is. That's only 10 damage. Okay, well, I could play a creature. Yeah, it's probably better to play Zix and Blizzard Shaman, right? Than a Frost Shatter Strike. Yeah, probably. So what was that card he played? A Blood Boil, so who cares about that? Oh, I should have played the Blizzard Shaman first, so I could ensure I played Zix. So I guess I'll just play 7/7. Since I definitely don't want to move the Zix away from the the Theranic Ambusher. That was just a stupid mistake on my part. Though it does have the benefit of leveling a Theranic Ambusher, which is kind of nice. Well, I don't really have any plays this turn, so I guess I'm Bitterfrost Toading this, and then playing a Cloud Cleaver Titan in this lane. Yep. That's why I like drafting removal spells. They're very good at level 1. When you draw like all level 1 hands and you have spells, the spells are going to be way better than the creatures, because the spells help your current board presence, whereas creatures only they don't help near as much. They only add like really marginally to it. So he's dead. Sweet. I actually think I played the game pretty well, minus that stupid Blizzard Shaman mistake at the very end there. Yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with this.